we all know Kevin Durant has this like love fest for Twitter. X. Remember that whole story with the 7, Twitter accounts that he had, and he claimed it had nothing to do with him, but it did, and he knew exactly what was going on. So obviously, Kevin Durant, saying and obviously tweeting recently, and I'll read it again. He says fans and owners don't show any gratitude to them. I disagree. Okay, when you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, okay? Just so you know, how do you get that money? You get that money from the owners, and you get that money from the fans. Who is filling those stadiums? Who's buying hot dogs? Who's buying jerseys? Who's buying hats, Kevin? Honestly, I'm just asking you. I mean, you're not here, but if you were on the show, I would ask you. You're all these things that you get, all these big contracts, you're making what? 50 million a year, 48 million a year, whatever you're making. How do these teams pay you? That's what I want to know. Because for you to come out there on Twitter and obviously say that fans and owners don't show any gratitude to them says to me you obviously know nothing about professional sports. The owners are paying you, they're the billionaires, and the fans are going there and paying your salary because the owners are selling out stadiums and selling all these different things in the stadiums that are putting money in their pockets. So you are a complete moron. You absolutely know nothing about endorsing a product and the players that you're putting on the court. How do you pay? Now I'm asking you a question. Kevin, this is a great question because you're getting all these shoe deals and you have all these different things you do off the court. If you weren't an NBA player and nobody came to see you and nobody knew who you were, would you be getting these endorsements? That's my question for you. Because the answer would be no, they wouldn't. So the fact that these fans are coming to watch you play and they're actually paying to wear your jersey, that says a lot to me. It says that you're a complete moron. And the fact that you're sitting there and now attacking fans about the fans attacking about FanDuel and you're attacking them because of the fact that they're not betting on you or whatever. Who the hell cares? Go out there. You're getting a contract. How much money are you making from that deal? Are you making millions and millions of dollars? So what are you gloating about it for? Why are you crying about it? It is the most ridiculous back and forth banter on social media. You sound like an idiot. You really look stupid. This is Jabba. You're on Twitter all the time, okay? Fans reach out to you and they go back and forth when you post something and you like to have fun with the fans. You want to be interactive and sometimes you throw them money. I will tell you this. Go on Kevin Durant's Twitter page. Fans will reach out to him and reach him back and forth. You will never see Kevin Durant respond to any of the fans. And the only time he does respond to the fans is when they're attacking him and he can't handle the attacks. When a fan goes, "Oh, I love you," he won't answer. He won't like it. But when they're attacking him, he's over there gloating and all that other stuff. Or crying or it's horrible. He is not a good Samaritan. I don't like Kevin Durant. He is LeBron James-esque. These two idiots have stuck by Kyrie Irving when Kyrie Irving said those anti-Semitic, stupid stuff that he was on social media telling people to watch some friggin' video of saying that there was no Holocaust and that 33 million people never died in the Holocaust. And then he said that the Israelis are not even real Jews. I mean, it was just hilarious. And then they come out and say, well, he has a right to say whatever he wants. Really? You have a right to say whatever you want. You're using a platform that the fans are paying you to use. The owners are paying you to use. And you're using that platform to say stupid things like the earth is flat or we never stepped on the moon. What are you, idiots? You got basketball players must be the dumbest people. I've never heard a football player say that. They're dumb. They're dumb as whatever you want to say it. I mean, but I've never seen a football player say something like this. But all the crazy stuff, all these takes that everybody makes fun of comes from the NBA. Kevin Durant should not be working with FanDuel while he's an NBA player. Okay, that is sports betting. All right. Sports betting. You cannot bet on sports if you're playing professional sports. Ask Pete Rose, who's still not in the MLB Hall of Fame. Okay. This man for years was being tapped down and beaten up by the MLB and everybody attacking this guy. He bet on baseball, including Keith, who's on here all the time saying that he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he bet on sports. Guess what? Why is Kevin Durant have a contract with FanDuel and then putting out sports bets on social media? That's illegal. That's illegal. He should be fined and suspended by the NBA. Jontay Porter, he was betting on sports.
Yeah.
But this is Kevin Durant. He's a superstar in the NBA. So let's just put it on the side. Let's push it to the side because it's Kevin Durant. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. Adam Silver, retire. Go work for Disney. Go do something. You are a LeBron James piece of garbage. That's what you are. Go get on your hands and knees and suck off LeBron James.
That's always funny when it comes out when he was like, oh, I had nothing to do with him. And then he forgot to switch his account one day and he basically dimed himself out. But yeah, how can you even begin to say workers like myself, I'm sick of it, no gratitude for like, okay, so you're making 50 some million a year and this person's serving you food and you brought up a great point is it's not only the fact of the matter of it's the little people. It's what we talked about when we talked about the A's moving. Yeah, like you don't realize like when he says things like that, how many people like, oh, when you go to dinner, when somebody, the custodial people are cleaning the carpet, or the clubhouse guys, locker room guys are doing your laundry. So you're saying they're not appreciated, or you feel like you should be treated the same? Like they're doing you a service. Like, yeah, you are, I guess, the entertainment per se, but like that's the dumbest comment ever. Like, and it's fun to go back and forth with people on Twitter. Like it's great, but I'll have to check his out. I've obviously known he goes on Twitter and does all that stuff.
He lives on Twitter. That man lives on Twitter. But he won't respond to any of the fans when they post things up.
That's weird. Like that's the whole fun of it. Like it's a little bit different when you're playing. Like now I could give two shits. You can call me fat, ugly, I sucked, whatever. But at least I can have fun. Like back when you're playing, you kind of you could poke and prod, but you didn't get real too into it. Now it's like, oh, I don't care. This is fun. This is entertainment. The more eyes I get on it, anyways, and it's like, hey, thanks. This got 5,000 views. Well, we'll add that up over the month, and then hey, I get a check for listening to you guys and having conversations. So it's great. But
cure some other generations.
Yeah,
some other generations.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at it and just see. But yeah, I the fact that even those words came out of his mouth, it just makes zero sense to me. But it made sense to him, I guess.
Jabba, it made me think about when I was a kid. And I went to a school that was a lot of my friends were in the Gil Hodges school, and we went to play bowling at Gil Hodges lanes. And we learned when we were little kids that back in the day, when it was the baseball off season, the players didn't make enough money, so they basically created bowling alleys and things like that, and were just one of the regular people that mixed with the fans like that. This is like back in the 50s, 60s, but this was like the 90s when I went to this bowling alley. It was still going. And it makes me think about a guy like Kevin Durant, who is farthest thing possible from being one of the people, regular people, yet he considers himself a service worker getting paid $60 million a year compared to the crossing guard or the dishwasher or the janitor, custodian, the lunch lady. Are you serious? Like, he's so out of touch with reality. And I guess it's hard to sometimes relate with the fans, except for, in baseball now, you got to pay $3,000 for World Series tickets. So I guess they have to be super rich too. But in general, most fans aren't super wealthy that love the teams. And it's got to be very strange trying to navigate that as somebody that makes just like a normal salary in professional sports, let alone the super max like Kevin Durant's been getting his entire career. That guy's so out of touch. He's got such thin skin for being out of touch, Errol. Can you imagine? Like,
what do you have to be pissed about? You're making $55 million a year.
It's
what?
Exactly.
That's just on the NBA court. I mean,
Yeah.
his endorsements, his sneaker deals. I mean, Michael Jordan made sure that these guys are taken care of for the rest of their lives. I mean, seriously, Michael Jordan, with the contract that he solved with Nike, he's making $38 million to the day he dies from Nike every single year. This guy is a multi-billionaire, and now all these guys are going to become billionaires. Kevin Durant will be a billionaire before the day he dies. All right. So all of them, LeBron James is already a billionaire. I mean, you're everybody complains about Jalen Brunson. He's playing in New York. If he brings a championship home, the guy's going to be a billionaire.